Welcome back, folks, to another episode of our Ulm playthrough here. The mighty Ulm versus Russia over Lithuanian clay. Now, thankfully, Russia is also being attacked by the Ottomans, so he's getting absolutely GG'd by the looks of things. And life's easy, much like the previous war. I haven't even made a single engagement with him. And we can see here that he does have a fair amount of numbers in his own right. So considering the fact that we're walking up into the Russian region, I'm pretty happy that this is basically a free win for us. I went ahead and selected his cores here in between episodes, so it's going to cost us 36 war score, which is, needless to say, it's obviously obtainable. We want to take Smolensk back and we can take Novgorod. Unfortunately, a lot of his forts are basically being hijacked by the Ottomans, but we do have ticking war score, and I can take a lot of his stated up territory here, which I'm going to go ahead and do. So it shouldn't be too hard, as well as his enthusiasm being an issue, to actually get this, and then hopefully take some cash as well, allowing us to embrace global trade that much sooner, which I'm really looking forward to doing. Now, I've been looking around here, guys, and it just breaks my heart, man. We really don't have many options until 3 years from now, where I plan to go in and take some of the Wallonian region from Liege. We really have few options. However, it did occur to me that if I was to have the potential to PU any of these nations, a lot of them, upon the point that I break my alliance, are going to be joining the coalition. And with that in mind, guys, I'm looking at Brittany. His current ruler is 64 years old, which means he's going to die fairly soon. Now, his heir, of course, is our dynasty. If we look at his aggressive expansion, it's low, partly because he's fairly far away, but also partly because we've been allied to him. So I'm actually going to go ahead and dissolve my alliance. And with that in mind, that's going to allow our truce to come up sooner, so that hopefully, if, let's say, 5 years from now this guy dies, if he doesn't have an heir, or he, by some miracle, has a weak claim or something on his heir, we claim the throne, we go in. Currently, he's got really weak diplomacy, being allied to Venice, France, and Poland. And that is a way that we could kind of simulate a 1v1 with France and get a truce with him, and perhaps in that stage diminish the coalition in its entirety. Maybe, if France wasn't inside the coalition. So yeah, he is hoping by some miracle this move is going to help enable us to PU Brittany. I'm so hoping we can PU Brittany, even more than Spain, believe it or not, guys, because that is just such an easy solution to feed him all of France and more. You know, if we don't have the option, we could feed him something like all of the Catalan culture, and due to its high development, etc., we give him all of it, and he's going to accept that. And yeah, if we get him up to 1,000 development, he gets a cultural union over all of France, and boom, that would be all of the French region accepted in the long run. So I just pieced out Oldenburg at the end of the last episode. Let's go ahead and do that, and yeah, continue on with the war. That's what I'm thinking right now. We unfortunately, Bohemia took a huge chunk out of Poland, which I'm somewhat torn about. Regardless, I've been thinking about the integrating of Lithuania, guys. Oh man. We're going to be operating on one diplomat once again, which is really, 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 really painful. We've been there before. So, we've got some exiled troops out here. Currently, there's no other nations allied to Russia. He has Circassia on his side, but that is a little subject. Please be good. Ah, man. I literally haven't had like this with the exception of this, we haven't even had like an above average air roll ever since we've become a monarchy. Like, not even one that's like above average. I think that's technically above average, but currently our ruler is young, and I like that at least. This is just not acceptable. Maybe if it was if it was 6 in admin, maybe, as we want to keep expanding, but we also want to smash out innovative ideas. Feels bad, man. I can't claim a throne if I lack prestige. We're keeping this guy for now. Try to build our prestige back up before we get rid of him. Stupid game. Stupid game. Why do you do this to me? Is this above average? I mean, it's either 0 or 6, which means that 3 is average. So that would be 5, 3. No, this is as average as could be. It would be 2, 2, 4, 3, 3, 3. No, it's as average as could possibly be. We haven't had an above average ruler, except for this one that we currently have out of all of the rolls. That's like the 6th roll. Oh man, please, one time. One time. Like, if we were just above average with a good distribution. See, right now, I don't want... I said that at the time. If that 6 was in admin, I'd be happy with that. Just above average with a good distribution. Let alone a good roll one time. That's all I'm wanting. Please, game. Eventually, please. One time. Give it to me. Please. Please. Alright, Smolensk falls. We've got ticking war score. So, yeah, let's just go siege up what we can for the additional war score. It'll take ages to get out to some of these forts anyway. Our lightships are currently repairing. I'm looking forward to putting them back to trading here in Lubeck. We're getting wrecked in Lubeck, I'm sorry to say. Very small influence there. This guy can drill. Yeah, in other news though, the last episode we rolled a sick general, 3633. Yeah, with our nice army tradition and our nice bonus to shock here with our current ruler. So that's really cool. I mean, a general like that would genuinely help us, just in every regard. If the coalition fired, fighting France, etc. In this kind of circumstance over a personal union. So considering he's low enthusiasm, we can probably peace out already, and I'm definitely going to consider doing that, but let's just quickly grab some additional war score here and allow our ticking war score to continue, just a touch, as we seem perfectly safe to do so. Now, like I said, we don't really have any wars to just immediately jump into, right? So I don't see the harm in doing this, prolonging the war in order to take some cash. As these little sieges do add up eventually. Try to keep an eye out for the Russians, as I don't want to actually be stack wiped somewhere or something like that. Some of the stuff is fairly high dev, and I know it's most likely, as he's Empire government rank, the vast majority, if not all, of everything that we're sieging is going to be stated up, which means, you know, autonomy low, etc., and high impact in terms of his enthusiasm and as much as unfortified provinces can be in terms of war score. It's not often that I always use the term carpet sieging, but it's not often that I'm actually able to pull something like this off. Oh! I remember back in the days, before the forts, do you guys remember that? Before forts were implemented? And you could carpet siege like crazy, but very often the forts prevent that kind of tactic from players just genuinely carpet sieging. Alright. There it is. So, is this all of the core? It is all of the core that is not owned by the Ottomans. Let's push on for some more money. So keep fabricating on Ravensburg in the meantime. Now Ravensburg is woods, is it? Yeah. It has developed a little bit over time, but not much, it seems. Okay, I was getting a little bit lazy here as I thought we were probably about to peace out, but it appears to not be this current time to do so. So let's continue on. That guy cancelled his siege, I don't know why. Oh, we committed to a battle here. Well, that seems dumb. These guys came out of nowhere, maybe he hired them. But with that super general, we should be fine, especially now that I'm sending reinforcements. What is this? That looks like a nice event. We're capped. Oh, it's not a nice event. Damn it. We're behind in admin, guys. I'm going to go ahead and take that, and that sorts out the fact that we're capped in military anyway. Rather than lose stability. Roughly works out to this similar point cost either way. Alright. Let's see how we fare now. Now, is that going to allow me to embrace? We're going to be at like 290. Nope, it's not. We can take diplo points. I'm going to struggle to even get the burghers' influence to be loyal for development, which is a shame. You know, we're doing fine in terms of military. Let's go ahead and drop this back into production, because 10% production for us is worth heaps, and I know that we're not as rich as I'd like to be. That's worth a lot of money, 10% there. It's going to be very significant. And we can change it back, because we got 100 church power. I can just change it back if I want to. I was thinking about that because I was thinking about the development option from church power. The other option we have is to add land to give 4 loyalty, do this, develop, and then reduce land again, remove land again, if we want to develop. But I think it's smarter to continue on with this war and take more of the Russian cash here. I think that's the smartest move right now. The most instant stimuli to our economy, but it's quite tedious doing this. Especially because all of the neighbors nearby who are all trying to do the same thing. But I mean, that was worth a war score right there, apparently. So let's keep it up. It's not between myself. So he's not... I'm keeping a stack there just in case these guys give the siege, but it's unlikely. Remove this general down here that's drilling. I mean, in order to make another 400 ducats or so from this war, it'll take a while. We're only gaining 4 ducats apparently as it happens right now. So we're definitely going to be making use of this soon, guys, the harsh treatment cost. And one thing that's really exciting about the fact that we're not going for the full-blown, you know, for world conquest or whatever, is we could use the golden era. I'll probably use the golden era next age for reduced cost, well, yeah, of everything, which is really nice. But the morale would be really nice. And the maximum absolutism, obviously. I'm wondering about also not firing the court and country disaster for once. As I bet if we drop the golden age, if we don't have the cap, the absolutism cap would be close to it. And it might not be worth our while to get absolutism all the way up if it's so costly. When we could be just dropping the golden age and doing other things. I know in a lot of the first episodes of this series, everybody was really sort of enjoying the fact that we're not going for a full-blown world conquest type achievement, and I feel the same way. It's quite enjoyable. Without a doubt. I just want to check. Yeah, in fact, he has stated all the stuff up that we're sieging. But this is becoming really tedious. This is just 2 stacks, I think. Woohoo! We did it, lads! Now, my best general, I want to prioritize him for army drill to see if we can get some extra pips on him. We did it, lads! Feels good, man. We're poor now. Yeah, but I can spend that military point somewhere because we're ahead in military tech. So, negative 10% to production efficiency. That's a very beneficial tech for us to take. Military tech, why not? Let's just be ahead of everybody. I'm happy to do that. And then this would benefit us. Are we willing though? No, I'm not. I'm going to be more efficient with my Diplo points, lads. Even though I want that. We don't have the money to spend on it right now anyway. So there we go. Unfortunately... What? How? I checked multiple times. I'm pissed. How did that get unselected? Because it was my own occupation, I suppose. How did it get unselected? I'm mad. Whatever. It's part of that area anyway. Let's not get too frustrated over 5 development. But I literally double checked my peace offer. Like I did it in front of you guys. I did it in between episodes. I'm pissed. Oh well. Like I said, let's not get too upset. Relations are above the appropriate amount. So yeah, it sucks operating at such low diplomats. Yes, we made it before the end of the month. Let's finish our claim there and then begin integrating Lithuania. And then we're truly going to be operating on one. Now, upon integrating Lithuania, I'm going to be giving these to Kurland. And we'll review from that point onwards. We will be integrating him very quickly. We have overextension. It's Oldenburg, okay. We'll be integrating him very quickly, appropriately for his size. I don't know how long it will take, but our reputation is really high. So we'll probably be in the negative of Diplo points. And we now have an additional merchant. Nice. I think I've been looking at this, guys. I think our trade would be better if we abandoned Lubeck. Lubeck has had the opposite effect of what I intended because partly because I can't state some of this stuff up and upgrade the markets and so on, but also just it's so competitive. So I'm wondering, I'm almost sure we can make our trade worth more. It's 22.3. Now we got to keep in mind that we're adding a merchant, but I'm going to go ahead and just collect here. Collect here. And collect here. And we're collecting in Vienna. And make sure my merchant arrives, alright? And we're protecting in the Baltic. Just double check. So it's 22.38. I'm almost sure that we'll get more. Our influence will be crippled in these because we're collecting, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm also still collecting them back as well. We'll see. Alright, now, yeah, we're hoping this guy passes away and he doesn't have an heir, but in a timely fashion in the next 3 years. So, in the meantime, we have, like, nothing to do at all. I want to check, is Kurland in debt? No, and his war resolution is not high. So perhaps finally Kurland has recovered from his economic circumstance. And I'm going to wait, 22.38. I'm going to wait, but we can improve it further. Because we're not as affluent as I'd like to be here any longer, guys. Considering I'm not going to war, let's turn that down. There we go. Tons more from trade. So mistakes were made. Mistakes were made with my sending everything to Lubeck, and we were not the benefactors of that. But that makes me feel better. We just made a lot more from trade. It was good, man. Now, what I wanted to do, you know, that was surely more than we would make if we just collected in Rhineland or something like that. I want to divert trade. Kurland's now going to divert trade, and we're going to get his 21% here in the Baltic Sea. Get more of that. Alrighty, you guys are coming home, right? To Warsaw? Yep. I'm so looking forward to breaking out of the Holy Roman Empire, guys, and changing our government rank. We need the prestige to demand to claim his throne. How much money is Lithuania giving us? Yeah, nice amount, but won't last forever as we integrate him. But I also want to re-roll my heir again. I just want to throw... That's really what I want to do, guys, is just throw literally all of my prestige time and time again away. I just want to throw it away. Damn it, stupid game. Until you get me a decent heir one time. This seems to be accumulating really, really slow. Oh well. The next one is... not a straightforward, easy choice. Advisor cost. Leader cost. and I've got to read it more closely to just make sure that we are not gaining parliament or something like that. If we are, that it's something that I would enjoy having. I'm keeping an eye out for the disputed successions tab here, guys, and at the moment, nothing's coming along, popping up. So, it's going to cost us 1,000 points in 32 to integrate Lithuania. Guza. And we can now see we're losing diplomacy points. So it's going to be satisfying, however, to actually do it. This is awkward, dude. I'm going to take these points, but I'm just not going to rush it. Let's look at these modifiers. One of the modifiers is going to go away due to events. Yep, 10 there. It's going to go away in 2 years. At that point, I'll probably boom get us that 150 additional. Yep, let's roll marriage Spain. No problem doing that. Sorry, Brittany, dude. You're our nice little friend, our ally, but I want to kill your face, dude. I'm going to be honest. I really want to kill your face and have you under a personal union. It's nice to really be making a ton of money, even if I think we're reinforcing just a touch, but we're making money again. The trade, we were losing money on the trade. It was not so bad when I changed it there, but I had in mind when I changed it there that we're going to start taking over Quebec. Nope, plot twist. The AI, Great Britain's pulling a lot out, and Denmark. Those guys are really competitive there, taking all our influence. Yep, so more nations jumping into the coalition once again. There's not too much I can do about that. Oh, why? Why do? Reject alliance. Frick. Oh, it's expensive to influence him, dude. Kinda have to, though. I have a guarantee with him. No! Stupid game. I still have truce with him. We have to influence relations. I still have truce with him, guys. Flip. Somebody probably caught that. I wish I had caught that. We still have truce with him. Oh my goodness. I'm sad. That could have cost us the personal union, guys. This guy can die at any stage. I'm really sad. That's painful. Okay, so it's going to reduce our relations by 10 more. But it's not like he can join the coalition or anything like that. It's just I don't want him to cancel our royal marriage. -2 is fine as long as it doesn't continue to decrease. Oh man. Spy network not continuing there. Let's have a look. We're getting 3 tapering off for not improving relations, and otherwise it's improving. So we should be okay there. He shouldn't cancel his royal marriage with us. You know, state maintenance, -25%, guys, is significant as you grow in size, regardless of whether you have states or not. Okay, Lithuania is integrating by about 1% per month. It's not too bad. Cool. That's not too bad. If we can take this admin efficiency, then that will drop it by 10%. So we basically need to get to 90%. And 5 states available, which we're going to be over our states anyway, but it's something. Now I've got to be ready to declare on Liege. I am going to have the second claim, so we're going to be fighting... Yes, I'm actually glad that his independence is guaranteed, because we can pull Burgundy out. But we got to keep in mind that Brittany will not like this, dude. This is a huge amount of... I think he's reformed. Nice. I just assumed he was Catholic. He usually is Catholic because he's so far out there, but that seemed to obviously wreck him. So that it's not going to hurt him so badly. Still, as much as I want to claim other land, guys, we got to use our diplomats wisely here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, as you can see, our truce was extended with Brittany. That it's kind of frustrating, guys, how that works. Like, I understand how it works. It's not the game's fault, but it doesn't exactly give you an indication. It's like, your truce is coming up in 2 years. And then you look at them, it's like, yeah, good luck ever attacking this guy. -5 stability hit. Get wrecked. You're guaranteeing him. And you're like, no! And then you cancel that, and it's like, your truce is coming up in 10 years. You get the point. I'm not being perfectly clear. But that's something that it's just not perfect. Because it says your truce is coming up when it's not, right, effectively, but whatever. New age begins, and we have not completed a single thing. Typical. That happens all too often in the age of absolutism for me. And it's annoying because I really value the age bonuses in the age of absolutism, like the harsh treatment cost, the admin efficiency, the early absolutism. This will come inevitably, as it does. Multiple universities is completely tech dependent. Dude, with that in mind, let's just take this. It's not perfectly economical in terms of admin points, but let's just do it. Get those universities. I don't have the money to spam them, but I'm going to try. Now, this should increase the amount we've integrated Lithuania by a small amount, but it also closes the gap. There we go. So, let's get universities, and I should be doing it in the most likely areas that we will develop. And we need to get our way up to 5. So now that those two are in position, let's turn our army maintenance down. It's going to take a little while to get ourselves up to 5. I have to be really deliberate in the areas that I put them down, guys. I know there were some areas which are low dev that I intended to develop. I built some manufactories in these areas, even though it was not exactly the best place to do it because of the potential they had. So Ultimate kind of looks like one to me. If we stack dev reduction bonuses, this is pretty good. But we have to keep in mind that iron is going to go up in price. Ah, yes, it's this one. No, I thought it was. It's that one. That. Look at that. That's beautiful. I'm going to build a manufactory here, or a university rather, so that the development cost is reduced. Because when iron goes up in price, this is just going to be an Imber province if we can put development there. So how's paper doing? Paper's so good, but paper does come down eventually. I think it still remains pretty valuable though, the paper. I think paper's just a good resource in general. Looks like they're all mostly high dev, or alternatively they're not. Oh, this one's pretty good though. We haven't got a manufacturer here. Oh, this is too good to turn up. We're going to build the university in Alsace. Yep. And I want the fort here. I want to delete that fort, but I also want it so that we've got a good wall going on. I was thinking about my economy, but yeah, we're going to keep it there. Alright, so our money is going to go directly into universities until we got 5, and then that's at least 1 going. I suppose technically we could promote cultures eventually. I mean, we have the 5 slots, but yeah. Otherwise, geez, man, that's pretty much it. Universities, this will get eventually, and absolutism will get eventually. Now, of course, we do have absolutism available, and with that in mind, let's do that. We're ahead in military points. We can benefit from boosting our legitimacy, so there we go. Begin getting some absolutism. So as you guys can see, we've got 84 absolutism. Now 100 is the soft cap. So if we start a golden era, we get +5. That's pretty good. Now I imagine we're behind because of this stuff, but yeah, like there are absolutism bonuses here that we're kind of behind in because we changed our government rank. But I'll consider not doing the quarter country disaster. I'll consider not doing it this time, guys, which I usually would always do. Yeah. Coalition grows. We're going to be able to pull out Burgundy. The Ottoman War rages on. Now, diplomatically, I think we're looking good for if the coalition triggers. Do you guys agree? In terms of harsh treatment, guys, these guys need to be at least 30%. So I'm not going to complete this just yet while I can't even utilize it. I just realized that we could probably convert, yep, some of Lithuania. Let's get that started so that our religious unity doesn't take a hit. Speaking of religious unity, we have humanist ideas, so we're able to keep that up, I suppose. Oh, he got a bonus. Feels good, man. I was sick, General. I hope he sticks around, this guy. Brittany's looking pretty happy now. Truce comes up next year with Liege. There's no way I could make a claim in the meantime, like on Munster, is there? I doubt it. Oh, I wish I had relation slots. I mean, maybe, you know, an option we have, guys, is to take these two and vassalize them, and we can use the Reconquest here, which would reduce the aggressive expansion. But our aggressive expansion is really high anyway, guys, and it's so painful to integrate our subjects, so forget about it. Forget about it. Let's just kill them. However, I wonder if I could make a claim on Bar, and that would complete our area of Lorraine if we take that from Burgundy. I doubt we'll be able to do it in time. Let's see how much we progress. Ah, maybe we can. We've got 12 months. Maybe we can. So for anybody who wonders why, like, we're not so rich, we are rich, basically. We are rich. It's mostly my advisors. And that trade was stupid. Obviously, our trade was not optimal for a while there. We're much better, apparently. We're much better off just spam collecting in the same area. How much does it cost to reduce stability? How much does it cost to reduce inflation? 72. They're about the same price, aren't they? So I think this one is technically better. I think that's technically cheaper. Alternatively, if we took the inflation, we could just try to get it down naturally. But I know we have gold. So let's just get it down to 0 anyway. It makes me feel good. Yeah, so I want to be ready to... Okay, his prestige has reduced. That makes me feel a bit better. I want to be ready to have... We need overkill. We need overkill. We need prestige to be able to cancel this. When we take away 50, we still have enough to claim. And even then, we need a bit of a buffer in case his prestige goes up, right? We're so far ahead in military. What is this? Yearly army church and manpower recovery speed. Nice. I might hold on to it, guys, until we need it for our manpower. But we are going to be harsh treatmenting here. I just reduced the cost. And we're swimming in military points. I really don't have many options. I can't boost because our legitimacy is already high. I think this reduces legitimacy, right? No, dang. One of them does. Prestige hit. Oh, yes! 50% cheaper, Commander. Yes, please. Nice. That's a nice economic bonus there. And can he be upgraded? Yes, he can. It's Fabian. Alright, so I'll say this has got a university building. let's look for the third place, guys. What is the third place? I mean, we've got some obvious options. Oh, I didn't consider coal. Maybe coal? With that in mind, this is French. We could very well be giving that to Brittany. This is woods and it's already pretty high dev. So, wait, what? Why aren't you showing coal any longer? Here we go. Well, obviously we don't own this one. That's annoying. Alright, we're going to go ahead and drop a university there in Leipzig. And then we got 2 more. No! Both of these are bad! We're definitely doing this option because it's giving us a permanent modifier. I can't take the influence here, guys. I just can't. So, but maybe if this unrest is successful, I mean, look at that production, Hamburg production, Lebec, which is nice. The goods here are trash, but it benefits us big time. It's also in Königsberg. Gems have reduced in price. Sorry to say. Regardless, let's do it. And then let's do that. Shoot, man. Freaking Burger's influence is so high for my whole life. And it's whatever. It's my own fault for giving them so much land, so. Oh, okay. September. We can't get that claim. We can't do it. I have to be ready to declare the war immediately. What is this, in Africa? Okay, that scared me. So be it, Spain. I'll help you out and do literally nothing. I should have had my troops in position already to fight this war. Alright, so we're taking a good amount of development here, and then I'm probably going to improve relations with Brittany, guys, just to make sure that they're happy with us. But this war is going to conclude itself next episode. What? Oh, I see. I see. We're fighting France. Spain doesn't appear to have many troops here. I didn't realize France is guaranteeing kill. Well, this is a large war, but according to the numbers, I mean, Austria's on our side. 6, so I guess Spain re-allied Austria again. God dang it. Well, there's certainly advantages of this, guys. It's not ideal, but there's certainly advantages of this. We're now France, well, Austria's out, and France is going to be out after this war, meaning that Austria may never jump in. If we declare this war, we're getting Burgundy out. The coalition could well and truly diminish here once again, and then we can use the truce tactic to pub stomp these guys. And if some of the smaller nations leave the coalition, we can go in and wreck them. Definitely something to take advantage of here. Yeah, that's a little bit of a good note to end this episode, guys. I'm quite happy about that. What I'm going to try to do is fight our war at the same time, and just kind of whack-a-mole French troops if they walk across here. Currently, you know, his troops will be a little bit formidable, but not too bad. We'll be fine. Awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.